Hello everyone. Today I will show you how to use Python and Matplotlib to plot any curve. And I will also try to show you how to make different sections of different colors. So the first thing is to import necessary libraries. So I have to import NumPy as NP, and then I will use Matplotlib, so I have to import that as well. Matplotlib.pyplot as plt. So after importing necessary things, I will create a data set with x and y variables. So I will use two segments to print in two different colors. The first segment, I will say segment 1 and the x variable. I will use np.linspace, and in this way I will create some x variable points, like some points for the x variable. Now the way to use linspace is to indicate the starting point and then end point, say 2.5, and how many points do you want in between them, say I would say 100. So that's the thing. And then for segment 1 I'll create the y variable values. Say you can set any expression, record expression, or your own data. So I'll use, for example, 5 plus 2 times segment 1x, say cube. Okay, and for the second segment I'll use segment 2 x variable, and then x variable I'll use again the linspace. And one thing to be noted here, the starting point here I'm using 2.5 and I'm ending at 5, and obviously I want, say for example, another 100 points. So the starting point of the second section, you see, is equal to the end portion, end point of the first segment, so that it makes a continuous plot. That's why I'm using this. And for the y variable here, segment 2y, I'll use same function, 5 plus 2 times segment 2x. Once this is done, you can initialize the figure. So how to initialize? So you have to use plt.figure, and you can set the DPI here. DPI is how much space you want to take for the plot. I will set, for example, 150. You can set as much as you want. So now how to plot the first section? So to plot, you have to use plt.plot. Now the x value is basically segment 1x, and the y value is segment 1y. Now you want to plot in which color, you have to put it here. Say for example, I'll print it in red color, so I'm putting R here. If you want to print it blue color, then you have to put B. Now again I'm plotting the second segment, segment 2x, then segment 2y. I'm putting color B here for blue. To get the grid lines, set the grid true. Now you want to put the legends. So how do you want to do it? plt.legend. Now to put a legend, you have to use third bracket here, and say for example, the first portion is red and the second legend is blue portion. And you can set the location by setting a location. I will use based, but you can use center, upper center, lower center, or something else, whatever else you want. and I'll set the title and labels. So I'm using title multicolor plot, and I'll label this using X label. You can now, after doing all this, you can use plt.show to see the plot. Now something is wrong here. Oh, my bad. So location, this one should be outside of the third bracket. Now press Ctrl Enter and you see a curve, two different color, but the problem here is two different sections are not matched here. So let's see what's wrong here. Okay, so for the second expression I forgot to make the cube. So after putting the cube here, you see a nice multicolor plot. The first section in red and the second portion is in blue. You can do something interesting. For example, you have a sine wave or a cosine wave. How you want to do that? So I'll make changes here. So say for example, I'm starting from 0 and I'm going to 2 pi portion. I mean 2 complete cycles. I'm sorry, 1 complete cycle. So 3.1416 is the value of pi, and I'm taking, say for example, 100 points, and the y value here I'll say np.sin. So it's for sine wave, and segment 1 x value I'll put here. Now for the second part I have to start it from the endpoint. Okay, so I'll copy and paste it right here. I'll go for another complete cycle, so 4 times 3.1416, and again this y section, say for example np.sin and segment 2 x values. So this portion should create a sine wave having 2 complete cycles. Press Ctrl and Enter to see the nice and beautiful plot. So the first section is red color, second section is blue color. Now you want to change the color of one portion. Put, say for example here G for green. Now you see the color here. Now I'll play with the location here. So you see the location of the legends in the right side is the best location automatically set by the system, but you wanna set it right here in the upper middle. So you have to use upper center. Press Ctrl Enter. You see it's here, but it's overlapping with the plot. So I'll use, for example, left here. So you can use lower left. Press Ctrl Enter. You see your legends are here. So sometimes the legends are not good enough using the best command, so you have to manipulate its location. Thank you so much for watching.